fascinating. Yeah, the Danish, like not one of the biggest countries in Europe for sure, they have created something very special there. One part of this special Danish a cappella vocal music thing is the Aarhus Vocal Music Festival in your hometown, a biannual festival, which brings it's just probably the most innovative lineups that they have there, showing old and new groups from many of the Nordic countries, but also international groups. Can you tell us something about what was? It was also Jens who was involved in the foundation
yes,
of that concert.
It was his idea.
And what was the idea to have this festival too, besides the education?
Have a platform where people can meet with this special interest every second year, which it is now. But the main thing was to have a chance for amateurs to meet professionals and to listen to great concerts, have concerts, really meet them. And have fun together and get new inspiration. Yeah. And it really works that way. We had Bob McFerrin back in 11, want to have him back, and he was doing his concert, but he was also just fooling around and meet people like eye to eye. And
I can remember the one time when he came into the Circle Songs workshop, and just I went in there and said, "Okay, who's that guy next?" Oh.
That is Bobby, actually. Yeah, okay.
And then he was just wandering around the square in between the buildings. So this is a fascinating thing. We didn't mention Bobby McFerrin before. He's basically what's his official role for the conservatory for the studies?
His for big inspiration. His title is associate professor.
Associate.
So a guest professor, so to speak. So it means that we for 5 years can kind of mention his name because they accepted our academy to be on the right level to actually give him that title. Well, and our special talents, like the one on the soloist degree, have a chance to meet him once in a while. Okay. When he does.
Because he's not on a permanent teaching basis.
No, it's not the one that will come to us, every second month. But we learn from him, and they're interested in what we do.
It's a kind of beacon of the whole. It's maybe the nucleus of many of the things that come into. Like the regroup said they were inspired by, and now the regroup inspired the methodology of your workshops. Maybe get a little bit back to the singing. The ensembles coming from that school of singing of vocal line, and they sound different, and they sound very well. They sound good. What can you give us some of the elements that in a nutshell that lead to that just sounding better as a choir?
Well, I think the answer is that we now have the benefit of 20 years of evolution. So we know what we talk about, and meaning that we know how to train the choirs, and that we have many really good choir arrangers in town as well, and find the right melodies. Maybe most of it is cover music, but still it's arranged in a personal way. So it makes a lot of sense to listen to that kind of music.
What I understand is also the second generation now that comes like you and other arrangers that have learned from those who really had to teach themselves about this stuff. So there are very few in different European countries, Jens and other people, but now there are more people who can actually arrange, sing, and understand the music in an authentic way.
That is true. For example, Morten K. and Malene Rigtrup has got really success on doing arrangements and books for different topics. So, and they are also from the vocal line school.
And would you say we always talk about the singing technique, but is there something like a different mindset or philosophy behind the singing, the Danish thing?
I'm sure we can find it many other places. So a Danish thing, I don't know if you could call that, but we have a methodology, and I call it the intelligent vocal ensemble, and that means that we kind of invite any singer into our world as the music that we like so much. We introduce them maybe in another way than the traditional
classical way. What makes an ensemble singer intelligent?
That is this the opposite of an not prepared singer.
Not prepared. Not a stupid singer.
But no, but not prepared. I mean, if you just come to a vocal session, a choir session every Tuesday night, and that to have fun, cool. But we want to also educate the singers to develop in the group. So we give them different topics every time. If we follow the the progression and the thinking about the intelligent choir, so they will learn much about rhythmic stuff, pitch, blend, interpretation, and not at least they perform it themselves, so that they feel more active, I think, than many other things in larger groups that will not kind of blend in. And they can also blend, but they also know how to stand alone, and that will create a much richer sound.
We just came back from a workshop of Jim's, and the fascinating thing was everybody got the role of a conductor for a little time. And this is also something that you really consciously see how difficult the role is and what you can do if you are the one who controls or tries to control a group.
And we don't have to talk about responsibility, because they will just take their place and listen more careful to what is going on now. So that way of thinking is developing the choir rapidly from A to B.
And that's what probably if you listen to a vocal line of one of these groups for the first time, you just don't get it then. But that's probably the background, that people are just more intelligent in that way, that you
or they are really well prepared for the topics that is necessary for that kind of music. It's not about how to look at Jens to see how it swings. It swings inside the singer.
They have to. That's a fascinating concept. Maybe to finish it, the interview. There's a concrete offer that you have for singers at the Royal Academy. It's now developing, and this grows. There are different offers, so we probably couldn't cover that all. But could you give like the different opportunities people have to come to Aalborg, or even there's a new thing that you don't even have to come all the time? Can you let us know a bit about that?
Yes. We have our ordinary studies, so you could apply from any country in Europe to go for a bachelor or a master, full-time or soloist class for rhythmic vocal music conducting. So that is something that you can't get anywhere else. So that you could do that if you want to do the whole package. But if you are already a professional musician who wants to learn how to conduct that kind of music, choir music, or if you are well trained and just want to work with your own skills on a higher level,
you probably don't have the time to be permanent in Aarhus.
Right. Then you could go for. We have two possibilities. One of them is called diploma course, and the other one is called professional master, and it's based on half-time studies. It means that you will get a 60 ECTS point education.
That's a international European credit point.
Yes,
for education.
Right. So that then should be possible to go back home to the music school, and you have a diploma. Real education, actually. Shortly it works. You come to Aalborg 3 times per semester for 3 or 4 days, where we have several workshops, and then you go home, work on the topics, and demonstrate with your own choir how you are developing. And then you have video sessions based on a special online system that we have, Adobe Connect, where we will meet very often and look into the videos and how the student is developing and work on what shall we do next time we meet in person. So it's really powerful, and people are developing rapidly. So we have these 2 levels. And next year, from 15, we hope that we can do a full-time master based on long-distance learning as well. So you will have the full package, 120 ECTS points, and do the audition by distance. And but the same system, you will be in Aalborg like 1 time per month, maybe for a week. But then you don't have to move to Denmark. Which is not the worst thing to do, but no, it's just not possible for many people already professional. Yes, we know that, and we also got the benefit of having talented people from other countries, because we learn much of how they do, of course.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
And they meet.
So we cannot fully discover all the secrets from Denmark, but I think it was a very interesting interview and gave you a little glimpse of what you could do vocal music education. At Jim's conservatory, or the place where he works. There's one opportunity that you can, of course, very easily use to get to Aalborg for a first little glimpse. Is there's a session, the second session of the LEOsings project, the European Union Leonardo project for lifelong learning, and the next one is hosted by Jim and his team and his students too at the conservatory. And if you are an EVA member, if you become one, you might be able to apply for the travel and hotel costs, for funds for these costs, and go there basically for free. That's what we did as EVA members. And so I'll get the info at europeanvoices.org, and also at, I think your website is musiccons.dk.
Musiccons.dk.
Yeah. We will probably edit this in the video. It's here. So thank you very much, Jim.
Thank you, Florian.
We have to hurry back to the workshops now.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and yeah, see you. I would like to continue this, of course, because this was only the tip of the iceberg. So let's see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.